Manchester United lost to Nottingham Forest today by 3 goals to 2, and this is something that it's not even surprising again to see teams beat Manchester United at Old Trafford, because this season they have not been great at all. They have been very, very bad. They've been playing like a mid-table team. They are middle of the table in the Premier League as well. So this is something that we've actually come to expect from Manchester United this season. Nottingham Forest were actually good today. They were really good today, and they managed to square up against Manchester United. Something they've not done in the past season, that they've been coming together or meeting with Manchester United. They managed to do that this season, and the only thing I'm actually seeing in this Manchester United team is there are some bright sparks in Ahmad, and I just feel just Ahmad. Kobe Manu was actually decent to the Ugati, just thereabouts. But I was actually disappointed in Bruno Fernandes, and I think the second goal that Nottingham Forest scored was mostly caused by Bruno Fernandes. A lot of people will blame Onana, but I blame Bruno Fernandes because he gave the ball so cheaply, and he's always trying to do too much. I don't know. One thing with Bruno Fernandes is his thoughts. His football IQ doesn't actually match the ability that he has. The things he thinks about doing on the field, when he tries to do them physically, it doesn't actually match up. Most especially some passes that he makes, some plays that he tries to make. Most of the time, this is what I actually noticed, and that's what he tried to do in the game today that caused the second goal. Tried to be flamboyant with the pass or something. Joro didn't even understand what he was doing, and they gave the ball away, and Nottingham Forest capitalized. I'm not going to blame Onana for that. Definitely not going to blame Onana for that, because they shouldn't be losing the ball in that position. Manchester United again, another loss. I think Amorim should be looking at this team right now and be saying that he needs to clear out a lot of dead wood and a lot of players that are still from the old Ten Hag era and philosophy and all of that. You can just feel like the Ten Hag philosophy is still in this player. They are still playing like players that played under Ten Hag. They can't actually play for Amorim. So I think he's not going to try to force any big player to play the way he wants them to play. I think he's going to mostly take some time and clear the players that he doesn't need out, and bring in players that can actually play what he wants them to play. And another thing is Manchester United need the left back. I don't know how they are looking at this, but they need a very good left back. I don't care how Dalot is. I don't care if he's able to play that position, but just bring in a very good established left back. You're a big team, for goodness sake. You shouldn't be struggling in that position. Putting Dalot in that position, putting Martinez, who is a centre back, in that position. Stop that. Just bring in a good left back, someone who can play in that position, even if it's a wing back or a left back. Bring in someone who can play that position consistently. If Luke Shaw is injury prone, okay, maybe just let go of him or something and bring in a quality player that can play in that position. That is what I feel, because that position is really costing United. There are a lot of opportunities that Dalot should have, capitalized on. He was in the 18 and could have made good crosses, but due to the fact that he's not left-footed, he couldn't make most of those crosses. So I feel like Manchester United need a footed left back to be playing in that position, or a wing back to be playing in that position. That is something that they really need to look into, maybe in January, I don't know. But somebody who can play in that position consistently is what Manchester United did. And Amorim should be looking at a lot of changes in this team, bro. They need another overhaul, believe it or not. So let's just see how it goes for Manchester United. Hopefully they improve as the season goes on.